So without further ado, please welcome Ronnie Farrell and Zoe Blake.
Hi, I'm Ronnie.
And I'm Zoe.
And this is our show,
A Murder on the Train Going Nowhere. First and foremost, we'd like to give a big thank you to our supervisors, Sophie Lee and Julia DiFernando. None of this would be possible without their help.
Yeah. We also want to give a huge thanks to our cast. We know that being directed around by your peers is not the easiest thing in the world, so we appreciate the respect that they've given us and how they've brought our show to life.
Yes, we also want to give a big thank you to our crew, starting with Blue Steves, who is our stage manager.
Big thank you to Mars in the sound booth.
Thank you to Julia on lights.
Big thank you to Carl in lights and sound.
And a big thank you to Eliana, who is manning our spotlight, which is a very prevalent part in our show.
Now, we do want to give a bit of a trigger warning before we get started here. We do have a few moments where flashing lights will play.
And we also have prop guns and a bit of a pop sound effect about 3 times in our show.
Yeah, this has been a lot of work and a lot of time. And when I say a lot of time, I mean
months of writing, directing, and most importantly, communicating. So we just hope that you enjoy the show as much as we've enjoyed making it.
Enjoy the show.
Once in the 13 years I've been working on this train, it stopped unexpectedly.
Let me fetch the conductor.
To each their own, I suppose.
What a conundrum! Never once in the 13 years I've been riding trains.
This is preposterous! Ridiculous, even! To think, £60 for the quickest train to London and... Oh, I'm sorry, dear, did you say something? It's the nerves. They strike like skeletons, honey. Skeletons! Oh, this country's going downhill. Or it would be if this blasted train would start running. Oh, bartender, be a dear and give me 3 baby aspirin crushed into smoke. Darling, would you like anything? He'll have a Shirley Temple.
Hello, ma'am. Just you, me, my briefcase full of cash, listening to Johnny Cash on our way to Madrid, Spain, Salamanca.
I'm not a conductor, so don't say I don't do anything around here. Oh, thank God! Sir, tell me, why have we stopped moving? It's just, I paid £60 for my ticket, and the feet beneath my Bodega Veneta stilettos have grown cold. I believe this whole train deserves a reasonable explanation for your insolence.
Venice, Venezuela, Colombia.
Where is he going?
Weren't you listening? He's going to go check on the issue. Probably the locomotive, I assume.
How could you possibly understand the man? He says so much yet talks so little. But I'm almost jealous of your capability to not only acknowledge, but comprehend such tones. Or lack of, I should say.
Well, we've been working tirelessly without recognition for
13 years of anguish. Money is all I've ever known. Wealth, women, sadness, Salamanca. Hello, ma'am. Just you, me, my three.
No, thank you. Maybe it's a push. No, God, who is in here?
You want me to give it a shot?
Leave me alone. Gracious, he's gonna die out there. Where is he going?
Ladies and gentlemen, please calm down. It's a ubiquitous and safe maintenance job. I am sure, see, he's fine. He does this all the time.
Who's driving this train?
We're not moving.
If only we had an inspector.
Did someone say inspector?
Yeah! I'm sorry, has he been in there the whole time, or?
Just the past couple hours or so.
Okay, mister, just for the past
If
few
I
hours.
may, a murder just occurred.
Oh, God, tell me, how am I supposed to feel safe with a murderer on this train? I'm just messing with y'all. I mean, I'll tell you, I've seen a lot worse than some little old dead man in a window. I mean, not to downplay his death or anything, but I'm sure he you know what? This is about you got? Some people tell me my attitude is pretty large. Well, guess what, Mama? It's the only thing you've given me that I've been able to put to use. That's actually how I met my husband. One fine Sunday, I realized I was running a little low on cash, so I thought, why not run to the bank? It would have been a normal robbery if this little weirdo wasn't sitting behind the counter like a creep. So I said, put the money in the bag, I'm robbing you! And ever since then, he has not left me alone. I mean, I've been needing a partner in crime, and I'm already Clyde, so I thought he could be my Bonnie. However, marriage is a little difficult when you've only known the man for 2 weeks. Sometimes I think he's pulling a fast one on me, but he is truly the dumbest man I know.
Let us focus on the important mystery afoot. Bartender, I need a list of names of everyone on this train.
Everyone in this room.
Well, how is that possible? There are 27 train cars.
Well, 25 of them are being used for the luggage of one passenger.
I want to apologize for my husband's luggage.
I'd rather solve the mystery of why this man was in the bathroom for hours.
You know, I think I'll start my interrogations with you.
What are the rest of us supposed to do?
Enjoy the show.
A show? What show? A murder just occurred.
Maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll say. Maybe this time, for the first time, love won't hurry away. He will hold me fast. I'll be home at last. Not a loser anymore, like the last time and the time before. Everybody loves a winner, so nobody loved me. Lady peaceful, lady happy, that's what I long to be. And well, all the odds are they're in my favor. Something's bound to begin.
I'm not the murderer.
Steve, 1 minute someone's here, and the next, they're gone. Inspector, tell me, do I need to grab my gun?
But no. We all just need to stay calm. There is no longer just a murderer on this train, but there is a serial killer in our midst. Bartender, would you have a gun I could use?
Certainly, sir.
Pulling for backup?
Here you are.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Are you?
This is our opportunity. Once I get my hands on that briefcase, we'll be rich. I know my composure, my composition must be at an all-time high.
Listen, when I first met you,
All of the people on this train are just so rotten. I mean, there are people dying left and right, and they're all looking to me.
Calling his mother, we'll all be dead by morning. You're right, I will go get my gun. Rich is what it is, just dandy. They never let me finish my act, do they?
Serves you right.
How many times must I tell you this? Well, your father was a respectable man to most people. He didn't deserve to end up frozen halfway out of the train. And for crying out loud, stop staring at me like I
Killed him?
Again with this rubbish. What good is slaying the dragon when its heads only multiply? What I mean to say is, I'm sorry for your loss, but this anger is misplaced.
I can still hear his voice. after I've worked here for 13 years!
All fingers going to you, sir.
All the more reason that I am innocent. Don't you know the first victim's never guilty?
But you are not my first suspect. In fact, you are my third. The other two just happen to be decomposing at the moment. For my deductions, you have not only sabotaged this entire train, but have committed triple homicide in the process. I know the conductor was your father. I know the singer was your sister. And I know you killed the salesman for his money.
That's ridiculous. Besides, the singer wasn't my sister, but the murderer of my father.
Pish posh.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I must be making my exit. The night's grown rather stale, and I'll let you two tussle it out. Wake me when we arrive at
You! Him! That man doesn't have two brain cells to his name, you!
Coincidence?
I think not.
You killed her!
Stay calm! Stay calm! Stay calm! These things!
I don't know if I'd call that speaking. More like screeching.
Bartender, you're under arrest for the murders of...
You just killed an innocent woman!
No, she's still alive.
She is still with us?
Yes, unfortunately. So I don't have much time, or I have to go.
As a children man, you're under arrest.
Who will watch the bar? Who will pour the drinks? Who will warm the nuts? I'm rich!
Rupert, you dirty swine!
What madness.
Where'd they go?
Never once in my 30...
Bartender, out from behind the bar with your hands up.
A bartender never leaves his post.
Oh my God, he's dead! Oh my God, is he dead? Oh yeah, he's dead. Oh. I did not mean to kill that man. I only meant to put him in handcuffs. He's a very bad man. What? Oh God, why must I always get myself into these types of predicaments? God, no. It was not murder. It was, well, it was vengeance, justice, self-defense. Now, can I claim this as self-defense? Neither my life nor someone else's was even in danger. Oh, for God's sake, he was holding a shaker! From behind the bar, to which I killed him. Though, if we never mind that, he did kill the conductor, his own father. I mean, sure, he talked about how the singer could have been the one to kill the conductor. But, if what he says is true, and the singer is truly not his sister, what else could I have to be wrong about? Could be wrong. God, no. I have never been wrong. Not what in my entire career, a reputation built on frequency and certainty. And certainly, I'm correct. If not related by blood, the bartender killed the singer nonetheless. Well, the poor conductor and salesman just happened to fall victim to the same fate. Another case solved, another closure neat as a new pin. Now, to get myself a drink and get off this blasted train. Oh my God, again? Oh.
You'd be mad if you believe either of us is leaving this train anytime soon.
Good God, man, you startled me.
The only thing startling is your incapability to read a room, which I'm sure is something you haven't heard before, being a famous stall-studded detective. But if we set the scene, you'll notice how the flaws in your story crack, like stressed ceramics over an likes of you to start from the beginning, this being the conductor's death.
How dare you? Besides, who are you to tell me all the answers? You've been asleep this entire ride.
My eyes may have been shut, but I was not sleeping. When the conductor was the first to go, you suspected the salesman. Why? For what reason? I just don't know. A true inspector would have first interrogated the staff, the people closest to him. Though you were mysteriously absent for the conductor's death. You made up for it with false pretenses and wild accusations. You truly believed at first glance that the bartender could not only reach the conductor from behind the bar, but murder his own father without reason?
Well, if not the bartender, then whom?
A woman so sick and tired. Tired of the work, tired of the job, and tired of putting on a smile. Don't say I don't do anything. The singer, the chokehold of her passion to perform, had completely ruined her life. Once a star, a child prodigy, taken in by the longest-running express train in history. Life was wonderful. She loved her job and all those who admired her. Though things changed when her worth amounted to nothing more.
Oh, I don't know.
You had your moment. Now give me mine. The next victim on our train was none other than the salesman. Now, no one was surprised to see this guy dead. I mean, unlikable, unlovable, and just utterly useless. Well, besides for his riches, which he had plenty of. Being a legacy businessman has its perks across the sea of New England. This is precisely why he made an ideal target for an unsuspecting husband and wife duo. The likes of those who appear to be of the highest class and abundance to all the eye can see. Though that abundance is blinding once you realize that they are scammers. If you were paying attention, which I am far certain you are incapable of, you would see that while the singer sang her last song and the salesman appeared dead, the husband and wife's true act began. Or should I say, just the wife? Honestly, I got no idea what the husband's deal is. Never heard the guy say 3 words. Besides, our next act of violence is a crime of passion. The singer, while guilty of murder, is our next victim. A victim to the hands of none other than the bartender.
I was correct.
You were naive. Under no clear evidence, sure, sir. You were correct, though you sure were not aware. Especially due to your shocking absence at the time of the conductor's death.
You already...
That instantly the bartender knew who killed his father.
Revenge.
Yes. A dish best served cold. Or on a train or whatever. As for the husband and the wife, you didn't even attempt to solve the case. I suppose failing again and again just started to wear off on you. To me, it made perfect sense. They were a very shady couple. Shady beginnings usually have shady endings. I gotta hand it to the husband, though. For a coward, I'm sure he put up a good fight in the end.
So they killed her.
Wait, save this time for our last victim.
No, please, you must.
There is no escaping it. You killed this man. You're guilty.
I became the savior. You said it yourself, he was more guilty than I.
If this is true, why are you doing it again?
No, please, no.
You can't escape this part. You shot dead an unarmed man. However suspect, however guilty, his blood is on your hands. Oh, this is my favorite part.
No. Oh my God, I killed him.
Yeah, we've been over this. Inspectors like you tend to end up being the bad guy. Is that not what happened here? You said you wanted to put him into handcuffs. Why didn't you? Was it truly because he wouldn't leave his post? Or did you forget I was here and wanted no witness to watch you fail miserably at your own job? Well, too late now.
Wait, what are you